Let's talk about some tips for success in this course. If you have taken 16-week courses in the past or face-to-face classes, this 8-week course will feel more intense to you. But there are some tips that will help you feel successful and keep up with the learning. The first tip is to make a plan from the beginning. Take your course syllabus and class schedule and a calendar and chunk your learning from the very beginning. Another tip is to chip away at each weekly agenda. You will notice that initial posts for discussion and peer review groups are due on Tuesdays. Oftentimes, this will require initial project work. Then, responses to post or peer review groups are due by Thursday. Finally, projects and reflections are due by Friday. This means you basically have Saturday through Tuesday to read and do initial work on projects. Then Tuesday through Thursday, you are posting or in discussion, working on reflecting and your projects. By Friday, you are finalizing your reflections and any projects that are due. The process then starts all over again with new learning. Do not wait until Tuesday to start your assignments. You will be behind if you wait. I'd recommend thinking about starting your new week on Saturdays or Friday nights after you submit your work for the previous week. Another important tip is to be sure to utilize all resources provided to you. There are a list of resources in the course overview that you can see in this section, Tips for Success. I'll just highlight a few now. In each weekly agenda, you will see links to exemplars for projects or discussion forums, rubrics for projects or discussion and peer and reflections. You also see links to PowerPoints or videos or text. Always make sure you take a look at each of these links. All of the pieces together will help you be successful. Another tip is to make sure you chunk your reading. Sometimes we have large amounts of reading and sometimes there are less amounts of reading. Again, do not wait until Tuesday to begin reading or working on applying that reading to projects. If needed, chunk the readings into smaller pieces over those 3 weekend days if there's a lot to be done. The final tip is to prepare for bigger projects that are due mid-course. In the course, I don't just ask you to read and reflect. I want you to take your learning further by asking you to apply your learning to students, text, and standards. About midway through the course, you will notice that you have a project due almost every week. Plan now and plan accordingly to make time for this learning and work. A final tip not listed on here is to keep the course overview close at hand, as well as this video and the course overview video. It might help you as the course progresses to go back to these to highlight any areas you may have forgotten. You can also email me with any questions you have as the course progresses. I'm excited about our time of learning together.